Hey, Dad. One memory I was thinking about, and I don't think about this one often, but it pops into my head, and when it does, it's like, it's a really, really good memory, because I remember working really hard on this. But I think I was in like the second grade, somewhere around there, pretty young, 6 or 7, 8 maybe. And we were learning the state capitals, the American state capitals in school. And we would do, I think we did region by region, so we had maybe 5 tests over the period of, I don't know, a semester. And I think I did really badly on the first couple. I just wasn't learning them or committing them to memory for whatever reason. And so you and Mom, I'm sure, decided that I needed some help. And for whatever reason, you took up the cause, and you decided that night after dinner we were gonna study for that test, and I was gonna make sure that I passed the one I suppose probably I had the next day. And so what you did was you decided we would do sort of a pneumatic device to remember it, which really worked out working like a charm, which was I probably had a handful of capitals I needed to remember, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15. And over what felt like hours, you and I came up with this whole ridiculous story that incorporated every state that I had to learn and every capital that I had to learn. And I just, we created this silly story. The device I remember the best was, you guys were doing Amway at the time, and so you had those Bismarck brand dry erase markers. And I remember that's coming up for somebody using a Bismarck pen in Bismarck, North Dakota. I think that's the state capital of North Dakota. I could be wrong, but that would be embarrassing, because that's what I've always remembered is the Bismarcker man. But we did that for every one of them, and by the end of it, we had this silly story, and you made me tell it over and over and over again so that I could remember, every single one. And again, it felt like it took us at least 2 or 3 hours to do this, but you definitely were as committed to it as I was, and by the end of it, I know I aced that test the next day. I know I got every single one right. And I also learned the value of a mnemonic device. But on top of all of that, aside from how I did on the spelling test, I've always remembered that you not only were willing to get in there in the trenches and help me learn something that I needed to learn, but you also figured out a way to make it fun and make me remember it when I wasn't remembering it before. And you were always really good like that. You could always be counted on for help if someone asked for it. You would go to great lengths to do whatever was necessary, and that's always meant a lot. So thanks for that.